Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be playing with the brand new Rare Beauty collection. As some of you may know, this literally just launched, and while I will be honest, I really didn't have any interest in purchasing it originally, but then, once I kind of went on the website and I read about the missionary statement that Selena Gomez had made. If you don't know, this is Selena Gomez's makeup brand. I was really intrigued by it, so that is what made me want to purchase it, just like the missionary statement and like what she claims, if you buy her products, where the money goes and stuff like that, which I will talk about in the video. So yeah, I'm actually so incredibly excited to, put my money towards a good cause and try out these products. I did watch some reviews on them already, and I will go over kind of like my thoughts on what I've heard and how I feel personally. But yeah, you guys, I'm really excited to talk about all these products. This is going to be the first time I'm using them. I have not touched any of them yet, so we're going to be doing a first impressions and review today. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on the products, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell so you are notified every time I upload, and if you want to, check out my social medias. They are here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's jump right into the video, guys. So as I mentioned in the intro, I originally was not going to purchase this collection. I just think that I have a lot of makeup. So, when it comes to new collections, I don't always want to jump on, the newest collection, because I just didn't see any products in the line that really kind of drew my attention, if that makes sense. And that's not a negative thing. That's not an insult to the brand at all. It's just me personally. I was just like, oh, okay, cool, another makeup brand. I really just didn't feel like this immediate connection to buy the products. And so what changed that was when I went onto her website, which is just rarebeauty.com, she kind of goes over that she wants there to be a welcoming space for in the beauty world and beyond, and that, everybody is rare in their own way. Basically, her brand is breaking down unrealistic standards of perfection. Nobody's perfect, but we're all perfect in our own way. We're perfectly imperfect, you know what I mean? So I really like that. But on her website, you guys can see here, we have a rare impact, and what she puts on her website is supporting the mental health for our community, employees, and partners is core to everything we do. By celebrating our uniqueness and supporting each other, we aim to reduce the stigma associated with talking about mental health and to reduce feelings of loneliness, which then goes into talk about the Rare Impact Fund. So it says here, the goal of the Rare Impact Fund is to raise $100 million over the next 10 years to help address the gaps in mental health services for underserved communities. From the first Rare Beauty product sold onward, 1% of all sales, as well as funds raised from partners, will be dedicated to the Rare Impact Fund that aims to increase access to mental health resources. And then it goes on to kind of say all of the partners that they are working with, and then it goes down to show some support and resources. It says, we know that the Rare Beauty community is made up of vibrant and diverse individuals. Our aim is to build connection, to inspire friendship, and reduce loneliness. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, there are resources available. Understanding mental health and well-being is a lifelong journey. We have partnered with many of the leading organizations in the space to provide resources to Rare Beauty community. And some of the people it has listed here, it has NAMI, which stands for the National Alliance of Mental Illness, that they contribute to. We have the Trevor Project here, which is if you are a young person in crisis, feeling suicidal, or in need of a safe and judgment-free place to talk, you can call the Trevor line. There's also the Sad Girls Club, which is a mission to remove the negative stigma integrated with mental health conversations, which, as you know, there is so much stigma when getting mental health. It is ridiculous. So anything we can do to lower that, we should absolutely be doing. Then it goes down to say we are rare, and it says we empower our rare community to challenge beauty norms by shaping positive conversations about self-acceptance and mental health. Our community is inclusive, welcoming, and connected. You are rare. Join the conversation, join the community. #WeAreRare. It says this is makeup made to feel good in without hiding what makes you unique, because Rare Beauty is not about being somebody else, but it's about being who you are. And I really do stand by that. I think we're all so individually different, and I think it's what makes us us. And I love that, that's kind of like the message that she has overall for her supporters. And there was a note from the founder, which was Selena Gomez herself, and it says, I think Rare Beauty can be more than a beauty brand. It can make an impact. I want us all to stop comparing ourselves to each other and just start embracing our own uniqueness. And as you know, with our society, we're kind of raised in the society where we do often compare and compete with other people, especially in the beauty community. I'm sure if you watch a lot of, YouTubers on social media, it's a lot of drama and just with trying to be like somebody else and trying to have, you know, do better than somebody else. And it's not even about that. It's just about, you know, coming together and embracing who we are as individuals. If you know me, I work in mental health in my professional life and I've dealt with it in my personal life as well. So, you know, when I saw that, oh, some of my money is going towards a mental health cause, I had to buy it. I couldn't even say no, to be honest. So that is what drew me to this. I've never seen a makeup brand put their money towards mental health. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened. I'm just saying I don't recall seeing that. And so I thought that was amazing that, you know, she's forming this group, almost like a charity to kind of, you know, so we're paying for this collection and our money's going to a good cause. That is basically about her brand. Now we're gonna get into all of the different products. I bought the whole collection, so, you know, we got a lot of products to talk about today. The first thing that we're gonna talk about is primer. Now, I actually bought the mini size. I meant to buy the full version, but I don't know, something must have happened where I picked up the mini size and I thought this was pretty small, so I was like, this cannot be the full size. So this is the primer here. The mini is $14 and the original size is $26. And so this is a radiant finish, which, you know, I have dry skin, so your girl likes a little bit of glow here and there. And it says on Sephora's website, which is where you can purchase this, a weightless silicone-free gel primer enriched with ultra fine pearls for a lit from within glow. Skin type is normal, dry, combination, and oily. The concerns are for dryness, and of course this doesn't have any harsh ingredients in it, which I like. So we are gonna try this, and I'm just going to pump some into my hand. So right off the bat, when you put it in your hand, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but you can see it's definitely got some pearls in it. You can see how shiny it is. It's almost like reflective. So we are going to spread that into the skin. It feels good. It feels like a gel, like it says in the description. You can see it's leaving my skin really, really glowy. It doesn't have a smell, so it is fragrance free. So it is nice if you are sensitive to fragrance. You don't have to worry about it smelling like makeup or like any chemicals. Ooh, it feels really good. I know it says it's silicone free, but it kind of feels like it has a little silicone texture to it on my hands, but overall I think it looks really good. You know, of course it makes the skin really radiant like it says. I also want to point out before we continue moving on with the review that she did come out with a sponge and a brush, 2 brushes, a foundation and a concealer brush. I did not pick those up. I'm not a brush person when it comes to face products. And the sponge, from the reviews that I saw, a lot of people were saying that it's very porous. It has a lot of holes in it that you can see with the naked eye. And when you have a sponge that has holes in it like that, that's so porous, it's just going to suck in all of the foundation. It's just going to soak it right up. So I did not buy them. I didn't want to, just a side note, but she does have those. I will go over them for you just for the review's sake. So her foundation brush, when I saw this is what it looks like. It actually looks like the Fenty Beauty brush, in my opinion. This retails for $28 and it is a cruelty-free foundation brush packed with soft, silky bristles that build, blend, and buff. So it's kind of like an angled brush. I feel like you could use that for contour as well. And then I believe she also has a concealer brush, which is the same type of brush, just very small. So here is the concealer brush. Again, same concept, just smaller. That retails for $16 and it says it is a cruelty-free concealer brush with uniquely sculpted bristles and a pointed tip for precise coverage. So you will be able to get right in the inner corner. So that is nice as well that she did choose to come out with brushes. Not every brand comes out with brushes right away, let alone a full collection. She has a full face of makeup she came out with on the first launch. Like, that's incredible. You never hear of that happening in makeup. So then she has a liquid touch multitasking makeup sponge. This does retail for $14 and it is a plush sponge with a diamond shaped tip for precise application and customizable coverage. So you can see it is very uniquely shaped. I would 100% agree with that. I've never seen a sponge look like that. But for me personally, I'm gonna go in and use my Dose of Color sponge. I don't need any new sponges. I have so many sponges, and if you do your makeup, I'm sure you could relate. You're probably always buying sponges, just like me. So next we are gonna go in with foundation. This is the foundation here. You can see when I move the bottle, very liquidy. I actually was not expecting that whatsoever. I'm not sure why it's this liquidy or if it's like supposed to be. Oh, okay, so it has a ball in it, which is nice. So it's really gonna mix up that product for you. I got the shade 130N, and let me just let me just say something. When I went to Sephora to pick up this, I asked if I could be shade matched. And of course, with COVID, they're doing their procedures a little bit differently. So what they're doing now is they're putting the foundation on a palette and then holding the palette up to your skin to see if it matches. Now, I asked her to shade match me with the foundation, but what she did was she shade matched me to the concealer. And from reviews that I've seen, the concealer is much lighter than the foundation. So I hope that this matches. I really do. Let's cross our fingers that it does. So this foundation retails for $29. So that's great. Under $30 at Sephora. You can't find many things under $30 at Sephora. Let's be honest here. It says it is a weightless foundation with concentrated pigments that feels barely there while providing buildable medium to full coverage with a natural finish. I love a good natural finish sometimes, and medium to full makes me kind of think that it's buildable. And of course, this also doesn't have any harsh ingredients in it, and it's good for normal dry combination and oily skin. And I would like to also point out, this has 48 shades, okay? No makeup companies typically come out with foundations starting at 48 shades, right? Usually companies come out with maybe 20 shades and then they'll do extensions later on in the brand. But she came out with 48 shades off the bat like that, and that is amazing. That is exactly what we need from here on out. These companies that, you know, they're only putting out foundations that are meant for specific skin tones, and they don't cater to people who are very, very light on the skin tone spectrum or very, very dark. We don't have time for that anymore, okay? The bandwagon has moved on. Get with the program. I like this, and I also want to point out the little handles that she has on the foundation, the concealer, and the highlighter. From what I've heard from other people is that they are made for people who have lupus, just like Selena Gomez has, and for rheumatoid arthritis people who these handles make it easier to open for people that have those problems. And I think that's amazing. I've never heard of a makeup brand trying to accommodate for, you know, somebody's medical problem or somebody's disability. So I found that truly, truly amazing. And when I heard that, I also had to buy the collection. I was like, I need to support this. I think this is so incredibly great that, you know, she really took the time to put a lot of thought into this collection, and it's so sleek, but so simple. Like it's just really good. I really like her concept here. When you pull the foundation out, it has a doe foot applicator like you guys can see, and it's giving me Clinique vibes. Clinique has a foundation. It's like a foundation and concealer in one, I believe. I forget what the name of it is, but it has a doe foot applicator just like this. And I know a lot of people don't like doe foot applicators because it's not hygienic, but you do wash your face before you put makeup on. So technically your face is clean. That's how I look at it. If you don't like it, please, you don't have to change up your routine because I do it. You know what I mean? Like, do it how you want to do it. But the color I got is 130N, which is supposed to be a neutral shade. It looks kind of yellow on camera, but we're gonna make it work as best as we can. I like the doe foot applicator, to be honest. I think you get more control over how much product is applied to the face this way. For me, that's an A+. So we're gonna go in with our sponge here and start blending this into the skin. You can see it's blending really, really nice, and I would agree with the coverage. It says medium to full. I would say like this looks like pretty good coverage off the bat. I definitely thought it wouldn't be this much coverage, but this is kind of nice. You can see my skin looks so dewy and radiant. I love this. I think if you have dry skin, you're gonna love the finish that this has. I also want to point out, I can't even feel this on my skin. It's super weightless, which I like because, you know, there are some foundations that feel really, really heavy on the skin, and I don't like that feeling. It just kind of feels greasy and heavy and cakey, and, you know, for me, that's not what I want in a foundation, and I think this looks beautiful. What do you guys think? I think it pretty much went over my blemishes pretty well. You guys know I always have blemishes. They never go away. I don't know what's going on. But I think this looks so, so good. It blended so effortlessly. So next we have the concealer, and the concealer is a lot smaller than the foundation. I got the shade 130N, which is the same color as the foundation I picked up, and this retails for $19. It is a lightweight hydrating concealer with cake-free medium to full coverage that lasts while brightening skin with a radiant finish. I love that. My under eyes are pretty dry. So for me, I don't mind a concealer that's a little bit hydrating. But let's talk about this. So with this doe foot applicator, it's actually much different than the foundation doe foot applicator. It's more of a triangle tip, if you guys can see that. And that's really, really cool. I've never seen a doe foot applicator look like that. So I'm going to put some concealer right there. I'm going to do this new technique that everybody seems to be doing where they put concealer here and then they put a line over here. I'm going to try that technique for today's video. And this is just going to help lift the eyes up a little bit more. And if you do have acne, put it, you know, wherever you want some extra coverage. I feel like this matches the foundation pretty well. The foundation looked a little bit more yellow on camera. I think this looks more neutral than what the foundation looked like, if I'm being honest. But I think that it's gonna blend right into the foundation. It's not darker and it's not that much lighter, to be honest. So with her concealer brush, you would be able to get right into the inner corner of the eye here. It's a little bit harder with a sponge in my opinion, but I'm not a brush person. I know, I wish I was. I don't know, I've tried, but for me it's not my thing. I don't know what it is. It just leaves lines and I feel like I have to go in with a beauty blender anyway because it's streaky, so I just kind of skip the brushes and just use the beauty blender. So that blended in really nice. It covered my dark circles. You can't really see them too much. I probably could go in with a little bit more for a little bit more full coverage, but that blended so effortlessly into the skin. Oh my goodness. I'm not mad at it. I think it has good coverage. Since we are using a majority of cream products today, I'm going to skip on powder. She does have a powder, not a setting powder, but she has a Blot and Glow touch-up kit. Now, I did not purchase this because I never blot my makeup, to be honest. I just use a setting powder and call it a day. But she does have a Blot and Glow setting powder here, and it is $26, and it is a refillable 2-in-1 compact of touch-up essentials, blotting papers, and a radiant powder-filled puff for freshening up on the go. The little white puff that you see over here has powder infused in it. So originally when I looked at this, I thought that there would be powder underneath the puff. There is not. The puff has the powder already inside of it. So from a lot of videos that I've seen, you know, people will take the puff and they'll hit it on their hand and then you can see like the powder comes out of it. There's also blotting sheets, so if you are very oily, you can blot the oil off of your face, of course, for a more mattifying look. But I never use them, so I just didn't think that this would be beneficial for me. So now we're gonna go in with contour. Now she didn't come out with a contour or bronzer in this collection. However, I did pick up, because I wanted to stick with the creams, I did pick up the Fenty Beauty cream bronzers. Now these are the first cream bronzers I've ever owned. Actually, I have a Fenty Beauty stick one, but I haven't used that in a while. But I did get the shade Amber and Butter Biscuit because I just wasn't sure like which one I would want. So this is Amber, very cool toned, as you can see. It's more of kind of like a grayish brown. And then we have Butter Biscuit, which is more warm toned. I think I'm gonna try this one. A lot of people rave about this specific shade, but sometimes I like a cooler bronzer. That's why I went in and bought that one as well. But definitely it's not a necessity, you don't need it. I don't know what kind of brush I'm gonna have to use to put this on, because actually, you know what? Let me use my blender because like I said, I've never used a cream bronzer, so I'm not sure what I would do. I'm gonna use a little bit here and we're gonna put some bronzer on. Of course, I'm not gonna be reviewing this because this is not what the video is about, but I just wanted to stick with the cream method. I thought that would be a good idea for the video. And of course, I've been wanting to purchase these Fenty Beauty cream bronzers forever, since they came out. So I thought, okay, well now would be a good time to do it. So that way I have a cream bronzer that I could use. So that blended in fabulous, actually. I'm not mad at this either. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead. I think this looks good. I'm actually really happy I picked these up. Now, back with the tutorial, we are now gonna go in with blush. I picked up 2 shades. This is the color Joy, which is more of like a coral color. And again, you can tell it has the same handle as the concealer, just a different accent color, which is really nice. And I'm gonna swatch this one for you guys. These are also doe foot applicator, kind of like the foundation and concealer. So here is this shade. This is called Joy. Like I said, it's a very corally orange color. And then this one is probably what I will go in with for today. This is in the shade Bliss. It's a muted nude pink. And you know, I'm not really a fan of pinks, but they're growing on me a little bit. Oh yeah, for sure. This is definitely the one I'm going in with. Look how beautiful that is. Such a pretty nude color. Oh my gosh, I'm living for that color. So on Sephora's website, these retail for $20, and it is a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush, available in matte and dewy finishes. The muted pink is a matte finish, and the orange one is a dewy finish, just for clarification. But it looks like there's about like 8 to 9 shades, which I think is incredible. I'm gonna go in with this one. Actually, I'm gonna use what I have on my hand here and blend that in. I've never used cream blush either, so this is definitely different for me, for sure, than what I'm used to. But you can see that blends in so nice. I barely even used any, and you can see the pigment that's coming off of this is incredible. That looks so good. We're gonna do the same over here. I'm just gonna smile and put the blush on the apples of my cheeks. I feel like this gives a really nice, like, I just got a little bit of sunburn because I was in the sun vibes. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this blush. I'm just going in with a little bit more on this side since I ran out of product on the back of my hand. But you can see it's so pigmented. You definitely do not need a lot. A little bit goes a super long way with these blushes. So this is what the blush is looking like. I may have went a little bit overboard, but you know what? I don't even care. I think it looks so beautiful. Next, we have a liquid highlighter. This is in the shade Enlighten, and it's like a white gold champagne-y color, and this retails for $22, and it is a silky second skin liquid highlighter that creates a lasting, soft, and luminous finish. I'm going to put this on, and then, you know, we will kind of powder everything. This also has a doe foot applicator, like you guys can see, and we are just gonna put this on the high points. It looks really blinding when you first put it on, and we're just gonna blend that right into the skin. So that is what that side looks like. It actually has a lot more pigment than I honestly thought it would. I thought it was going to be more of like a sheer highlighter, but I think it kind of looks good. It's also drying really fast. As you guys can see, it's getting kind of hard for me to blend it out. So I would probably, if you want to apply this, do one side at a time instead of doing both sides like I did. But this looks really beautiful. I like it. It is more of a natural highlight, I would say. It's definitely not the most blinding highlight in the world or that I've used, but it looks really, really beautiful off the bat. Now, what I'm gonna go in with, I'm actually gonna go in with one of the dewy lip balms since my lips are feeling very, very chapped, okay? I need something. So here we have the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balm. I got the shade Thankful, which is a nude color. You know, nudes are my favorite. And when I swatch this, here's what it looks like. Very beautiful. Looks so pretty. This retails for $16, and it is a hydrating, nourishing balm that adds a hint of Just Kiss color with a natural dewy finish. Let's apply this to the lips. All right, let me clean up my lips because I did a terrible job applying this. Definitely more pigmented than I thought it would be. I honestly thought it would be not this pigmented, but kind of looks cute. I'm just gonna get rid of the excess, but that looks cute. The packaging on this is really cool. You have like a flat side on this side, and then it kind of just goes into like a half circle. So really cool packaging. I've never seen anything like that before, but you can see it makes my lips a little bit darker. Like a your lip color, but a lot better kind of vibe. And it feels really nourishing. So I'm gonna set my face with powder, and then we will be right back to finish up this look. All right, so I went in and I powdered just the under eyes and the eyelid area because, I don't know, I think that if I powder my whole face, it's really gonna take away from the natural finish of the foundation. So I just powdered the under eye area, but now we are gonna go in and fill in our brows. Now, she has a brow pencil she came out with. It's a pencil on one side and a brow gel, tinted gel on the other side, which I think is like cool because it's like, oh, you get 2 products for the price of 1. So I think that's really, really smart. This retails for $22, and it is a dual-ended triangular shaped retractable brow pencil and tinted brow gel that creates a naturally defined brows. On one side, you have this triangular tipped brow pencil, and I actually hate brow pencils like this that are really thick. I like more of a pencil because I like an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil, or anything that has like more of a rounded pencil instead of a triangular, because I think with triangular pencils your brows can become very blocky and sometimes it's really hard to prevent that. So when I saw that, I wasn't like necessarily drawn to this product because for me, I prefer other types of eye pencils, but we're still of course going to use it. And on the other side, you do get a brow gel. I love how small this little spoolie is. I think that is literally so freaking cute how tiny that is. And I think it's going to be really good for defining the brow hairs. I got the shade Taupe, and it doesn't come with a spoolie, which I do kind of wish it did, but that's okay. I got my own spoolie right here. I'm probably going to speed through this part because this video is already very long and I don't want to bore you with the same old brow routine that I do. Y'all know I ain't good at my brows, okay? This is what I mean by your eyebrows look kind of like a block. You know what I mean? This is really pigmented. I almost think it's kind of too pigmented. I almost prefer eyebrow pencils that are more waxy in consistency than this. It's definitely not a bad product though. I mean, you can see there's a lot of pigment with this, and it's really good if you have brows that are super sparse like I do. We have a lot of bald patches or bald spots and stuff like that. This, because it's such a big applicator, it's gonna really get in there and fill those parts in. Again, gonna go back in with my spoolie to kind of spread the product around, blend it in a little bit better, because it's almost looking a little too pigmented for my liking, I think. But regardless, it looks really, really good. So here's what the brows look like. They look a little blocky, I would say, but you know, I'm not mad at it. I think it's just how it's gonna be with these type of thick applicators. I'm gonna go in now with the gel and start on the middle of my brow here. I feel like you almost don't even need brow gel because, or like a tinted brow gel, because this is so pigmented as it is that I feel like you're not gonna have any bald spots or like sparse areas after applying this. But you can see the tinted brow gel lifts up the brow hairs really nicely and it fills in any areas that you might need filled in. Personally, I don't think I need any more filling in, but this is what we got. So I feel like I look like right now, I feel like I look like I just laminated my eyebrows. That's kind of the vibe I feel with this product, but I'm not mad at it. I think it does what it says, very pigmented. I don't know that I've tried an eyebrow product that is this pigmented, if I'm being honest. So now we're gonna go in with her eyeliner. So she did come out with a black eyeliner, and you guys know I'm not really an eyeliner type of person. I just personally, it's not my thing. It's not my journey, but you know, I still wanted to get it to try it out. This is $19 and it is a long-wearing waterproof matte liquid eyeliner formulated with ultra black pigments for dynamic definition every time. So I actually don't own a matte liquid liner, so I'm really excited that this is matte. It almost looks like a little pen. How cute. I like that it has gold and white for the packaging is white and then it has gold accents. I think that's really classy. Oh, so it looks like this twists off. Is it supposed to do that? Yeah, I guess it is. Wait, am I just like ruining the product? Hold on a sec. I think I am. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I think it comes off like this. Okay, I'm afraid, hold on. I'm afraid I'm gonna break it because I don't know. Yeah, in the picture, it looks like this stays on in the picture on Sephora, and this part is supposed to come off. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know. My component is just a little messed up. I don't know what is happening with my packaging, but here we go. I got the lid off and you can see it is a felt tip, which I like. I like eyeliners that have that more precise felt tip. I think it's easier to get in where you need to get in at. So I'm gonna speed through this part as well because I'm not good at doing winged eyeliner for crap. I'm so bad at it, but I'm gonna speed through it for you guys so that way you know, we keep it on moving. So here's one eye. Again, not my best work. I will admit it. You don't even gotta tell me. I know it doesn't look good, but definitely matte like it says. Now the tricky part is getting them even. That's the hardest part of all. All right, so my wings are definitely not even, but you know, it's okay. Practice makes perfect. I'm gonna have to practice clearly. So I think that because the eyeliner, when I pulled it out, it did hit the cap here and there's a little bit of product on the cap. I don't think that this will remain mess free. I think the packaging will get dirty, but you can see it is matte. Of course, I said it's not my best work, so y'all can't come for me. I already said it. Yeah, it looks good. It performs like it says it would, and like I said, it is matte, which is a plus. So I'm gonna do eyeliner and lashes off camera and we will be right back to finish up this look. All right, you guys, so I'm back. We got the lashes on. For mascara, I use the Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, and for lashes, I use the Kiss lashes in the style Bouffant. So they're really, really lengthy drugstore lashes. These are some of my favorite lashes. So lastly, we are gonna go in with the lip product. So she doesn't have any lip liners as of this moment, which is fine, you know, because she just launched a full face of makeup products. So the lipstick that I got, this is a matte liquid lipstick. I got mine in the shade Courage, and it's $20. A weightless air whipped lip cream that hugs lips with rich color and nourishing hydration that gives a soft velvety matte finish. I'm gonna swatch this for you guys. So here you guys can see, here's the swatch of it. Just a really nice looking nude. You guys know I love nude lipsticks. I just think they're great. I don't know. It's something about a nude color. Like, it's the nude color for me. It's the nude lips for me. I think I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. lip pencil and just line the lips. Kind of like that, and then we are gonna go in with this lipstick. So the applicator is kind of like your typical applicator, but it's very straight at the top. Oop, I just got some on my hand. It's very straight at the top, so I think that it will be really good for precision on your lips and kind of like outlining your lips. I don't know that you necessarily would have to go in with a lip liner, but for me, I like to. So off the bat, I can tell it feels very velvety. So when it says like a silky velvet finish, I can definitely feel that. This feels so good on the lips. It's super hydrating almost. It's like not the type of matte liquid lipstick that feels tight and like this feels like it wouldn't sink into your lip lines. It feels really smooth and hydrating actually. It doesn't feel heavy on the lips. It doesn't feel tight on the lips. It definitely has a moussey texture like it says. And I think this color looks really, really beautiful. So yeah, guys, we are finished with this review. So, oh, no, we're not. Oh my gosh, I forgot. We have a setting spray yet. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I forgot. So this bad boy here retails for $24, and it is a ultra fine glow boosting mist that hydrates, primes, sets, and refreshes skin. I probably should have went in with this before since I didn't powder my whole face, but that's okay. Let's see what the mist looks like. Okay, kind of aggressive a little bit, but that's all right. This smell reminds me of my childhood. Reminds me of my grandma's house, actually. I don't know. It's what my grandma's house smells like. That's what it reminds me of. So you can see that gave us a really nice glow back to the skin. I'm just gonna go in with my fan to dry it up a little bit, but that feels really, really nice on the skin. So yeah, guys, now that is it for the review. I love all the products. Honestly, I don't have really anything bad to say about any of the products. I like the primer. I love that it gave a nice glow to it. You could definitely tell it had those pearls in it. So if you don't like a primer that has like pearls or glitter in it, which I personally don't, but this primer, it wasn't that noticeable in my opinion. I thought it looked really, really nice on the skin, and it felt like you're putting on a gel moisturizer, and I love that feeling for a primer. For the foundation, I think the coverage was great. Definitely medium to full like it said. It covered all my breakouts, my redness, my discoloration. I don't think the shade matches that bad. I think it matches pretty good. Again, if you are my skin tone, I got the shade 130N, and I like that it has a little ball in there to kind of shake up the product. And I like that it's a doe foot applicator because for me, I just think you can control how much product goes on your face, whereas when you have a pump, you can't control how much product is coming out of that pump. Like you can't stop halfway, you know what I mean? And I really like the handles. I think they're like really nice for twisting and turning. So I really like her concept here. The concealer, love it. I think that the unique doe foot applicator on this makes it so you can get right in the inner corner, which some doe foot applicators or just concealer ones in general, they're too big to like fit in this very small area. But I think I don't know. I like the concept of that too. The doe foot applicator is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. You can see it did cover up my dark circles and it didn't give me too much of a brightening under eye, but personally, I don't really like that bright of an under eye. I'd rather just have a concealer that matches my foundation, if I'm being honest, and it blended out to nothing, you know, like it blended out so well. I barely had to take any time to blend it out. It's just blended so effortlessly and seamlessly, and I think it really matched the foundation very well. The blushes, I think they're great. Of course, I'm gonna have to try the orange one another time, but they are really, really pigmented. And I feel like with most cream products, I feel like I hear oftentimes that they're not that pigmented, but these were really pigmented. I think at most, probably 2 to 3 dots. That's all you need. Maybe even 1 for some people. I think it gives the perfect, at least this color anyway, gives like such a pretty like sunburn, like I was just in the sun look. Leaves a really nice flush of color back to the skin and I love that. I feel like it looks pretty natural and it looks overall good. That is a matte one, so you can see it's a little bit mattifying, but the pigment is there and it blended really, really nicely. For highlighter, I think this is great. It had more pigment than I originally thought that it would, but you can see it's not the most blinding highlight, but it's definitely subtle, but it's there, you know what I mean? Like from what I was hearing from other people, it almost seemed like it was like not there, like you couldn't see it that much, but you can definitely see it. It looks very beautiful, like a lit from within glow. And I love that for a highlighter. Of course, I like blinding highlighters, but you know, there's probably days where some of us don't want a blinding highlighter, you know what I mean? So I thought that was really, really beautiful. I did, however, think that it dried down very fast. So if you are gonna use that product, I think that you should put it on one cheek first, blend it in, and then put it on the other cheek and then blend it in, because if you do it like I did, when I started applying it over here, it was already dried. I was like, and I had a hard time trying to, you know, kind of get it to blend in. The Dewy Lip Balm, I like this. Personally, when I think of a lip or a balm, I think of a chapstick. I really don't think of a lip balm, like a lipstick or a lip tint. But I like the concept. If you're on the go and you don't want to put a liquid lipstick on, you could put this on and it's like your lip color but 10 times better vibe, if you feel me. And I like that. I think that's cute. The eyeliner, look, it's matte. That's what I was worried about, okay? If a product says it's matte, I expect it to be matte. And I think I've tried some eyeliners where they say that they're matte and they're not really matte. They're kind of semi-matte where it's like still shiny. You know what I'm saying? And this is super matte, has no shine to it whatsoever. Of course, my wings look terrible, so let's forget about that. But the product, besides the component messing up on me, it works. It's really, really pigmented, and I like the applicator. And also, I want to point out, this also has a ball in it as well, so you can shake it up. The brow product, I like this. Again, I don't really like the triangular applicator, but you know what? I think my brows look good, and that's all that matters. So I do like that you get, for $22, you get a brow gel and a brow pencil. So I think that's a really, really great price. And I think it's so pigmented, almost too pigmented, you guys. But you know what? It works. You can see that my brows look totally fine. And the lip cream, I like this. This feels so comfortable on the lips. You don't even feel it on your lips, honestly. And with a lot of liquid lipsticks, you feel them on your lips and you feel them sink into your lip lines. And it's just like, oh, I hate that feeling. And then it starts getting crusty and like chunking off of your lips. Oh, I hate that feeling. It's just, or I hate seeing it too. It's just like not an attractive look, but these feel so good. It's definitely not matte. At least mine is still transferring onto my hand. So I don't think that it's matte. I don't think it's fully transfer proof. I think if you kiss somebody or you drink from a glass, like this will transfer onto whatever your lips are touching. The mist is nice. I'm gonna have to keep using it. I think the mister could be a little bit less aggressive, But you know, that's just personal preference, you know what I mean? But this almost looks like it has some type of shimmer in it as well, but I don't think it's too much. I should have honestly shook it before I used it, but feels really nice. Makes my skin feel a little bit recharged, a little bit rehydrated, because sometimes when you're going in with product, you know, your skin can kind of feel a little dry, so I like this. So yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. I'm not going to touch on the bronzers because really this video isn't about them, but I can touch on them in another video if you want. Just let me know in the comments below if you want my thoughts on them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you purchased any of these products. Let me know if you plan on buying them and what your thoughts are, what your favorite products are, what you don't like, what you do like. I would love to hear about it in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!